start round 5. Go to the first combatant. I don't think anyone wanted to use a Benny to redraw, so we're going to start at Sophia, targeting Sudsy.
No, well, not anymore.
Okay.
I'm going to get right up to this thing.
As you approach it, you see it's like a glowing sheet, like a shimmering veil, and you see other images of other spirits, specters, haunts, banshees, ghosts, geists, whatever you would probably want to call them. As I OK your movement, pressed up against this veil, and in fact, the fingers of arcing electricity start to bend out towards you very slowly, almost as if they're magnetically attracted to you. You note this as you occupy that 6-foot square right between them.
Can I examine this thing to try to figure out how to turn it off?
You can.
What? Oh, what row would that be? Oh, no, don't say notice.
I tell you what, you tell me what role you would like to make it, and if it makes sense, I will let it go, because I can think of any number of ways that you might determine how to disable this Tesla coil. Notice is one of them.
Can't persuade. I don't think I could persuade it to turn itself off.
Probably not. Probably not.
Sophia talking to an electric coil. Now you stop that.
Well, to be fair, we have seen her do that at the movie theater and in front of the TV whenever we're watching movies.
What other skill do you think might apply?
Thievery, perhaps?
I will allow it. It's not the one that I considered of the 3 that I had in mind, but that's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. Ah, those bubblegum flavored dice.
Cool.
Very good. Very good. You're sort of walking around this, and as you get around the side of it, there's like a ghostly hand that is reaching through the veil, trying to. It looks like it's made of ectoplasm. It's reaching out towards you, its fingers trying to grab you. You step aside. You're slowly going around, oh, we'll just say the one on the left. And it looks like there is a little panel on the side of this coil. The metallic, it's somewhat conical, perhaps a gently sloping cylinder that's just slightly more narrow at the top, almost like a fluted chimney. There is a panel that is hinged with a small latch, which you could endeavor to open if you like.
I want to mess with this.
You open the panel. The panel is perhaps 3 inches wide by 4 inches tall. Not tremendously large. Opening it reveals a conduit of several wires that are taped together, running the length of the inside of this sort of conical, sort of cylindrical metallic post from which the electric arcs come from, like its very top. Kind of like the picture.
I understand nothing of what this means.
Okay.
Oh boy.
You have found a manner of getting to the internals of this machine. I'll let you think about what you might want to do next round. Shep, it goes to you.
Shep is going to carefully step in here, shut the door behind him. And let me see, that was 1 square. And I have, where is my, hate it when I move when I switch to the mini one. 6, okay. Think I can get to there?
It looks good to me.
And I'm going to look over to what.
Before you do anything, I will allow you in this circumstance, if you'd like to roll a run die and get a little extra movement, it makes sense.
Okay. A
For what?
little extra movement's right.
Well, for what it's worth, you're careful not to trip on the leg of that table as you
There we
kind
go.
of circumvented it. Sure. Okay.
I look over to what Sophia's doing and go,
Mm-hmm.
dump your super soaker and stand back and dump your super soaker in it. Water and electrical, they don't mix.
But of course, how did you not realize this?
Because Tante did tell me to destroy this thing, right? It's bad juju.
All right. That's good. Go to the. Unless there's something else you would like to do.
I can't. Run took my action, right? And
Yeah. Well, no.
declare.
Run will give you a -2 multi-action penalty. It's not really a multi-action. It's like a run penalty. But there are other things that you could do if you wish. For example, if you wanted to, fire your slingshot into the arcing electricity, there are things you could do, certainly.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm more concerned that Sophia's right there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, that's a valid
Because I
concern.
have something else I can do.
Yeah.
It's in the way.
Yeah. You could spray some boiler-based soup down it. I mean, there are
Yeah,
always things you can do, but I'll let
so I
you
think that will be it.
I'll let you chew on that for a round.
Dang, Professor.
Yeah. He's not really dead. That's just a
I know those descriptions, man.
yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Ava,
poor Ava.
Ava, it's to you.
I am the Bates.
As far as we know, we left her safe behind a puddle and a barrier.
You probably don't see me out there anymore. All right, so this lady is coming at me. I have no idea what's been going on outside of this hallway, so I'm gonna keep on.
Keep on trucking.
I'm gonna keep on trucking past these doors.
Okay.
Over here. Roll my way through. I want to use the let's see. I've got something in here, right?
You got a fire extinguisher.
I was going to use this as a weapon, but I guess I will use it instead to wrap around the handles of these doors and block it so that she can't come bursting through.
Okay. Very good.
So I will do that for here. And I guess I will notice to my left that there are two incapacitated people on the floor and a third rushing down the hallway.
Yes, indeed.
Surrounded by men I don't know.
Yes, indeed. Although the ones that are incapacitated are not nearly as frightening as the one.
The one down the hall, though.
Very good. Okay, Lily Boatwright.
Oh, I'll use the last of my movement to just scooch over one after I tie it to
All
the
right.
door. To the handles of the door, hoping that.
Okay. Do you have boating by any chance? Yeah.
I do not.
All right. We'll call this a, I want to say common knowledge that I'd
Okay.
like you to make. Just like basic knot tying. Yeah.
Oh.
How about that semi-half hitch, huh?
You were not a Velcro kid.
She wears Converse.
One, two, three. She can't. She can't truly target you. Yeah, she's going to try to make a strength roll. She's going to try to make a strength roll.
Oh boy.
She's going to try to make a strength roll.
Use those bennies.
She got a breakthrough. She's
Oh,
got a
boy.
breakthrough though.
It's not going to do it. 2, 3. You see she's putting her shoulder down into that door and trying to burst it. And indeed, the doors do budge a little bit, but you're not tying. You did a phenomenal job. And in fact, tying the knot and doing such a good job, it's probably worth a Benny. She's going to use the rest of her movement.
Oh,
3.
goodness gracious.
She appears to withdraw into that, back into that room. Graduate student. Fails his vigor roll. We go to the next round. Shep with the Joker.
Oh,
All you go,
Yay!
wow! All you
Awesome.
guys up top,
we're all up
and
first.
and
Nice.
my poor folks at the bottom. Let's see. Does anyone want to spend a Benny? I'm not going to use one of my bennies.
Did I also get a
Um,
Joker?
A Joker?
you got a Jack.
Oh, Jack. Okay, I just saw the J and I got excited.
We'll start the round of Shep. Shep with the Joker. All your bonuses are going to be +2. All your rolls, tests, etc. +2. You can also go on hold and interrupt later in the round should you choose to. Such is the
going
benefit of the
to go
Joker.
on hold because I want Sophia to do what she's going to try to do.
Oh yeah.
And then hopefully she'll move away.
Sophia goes to you.
I'm going to take the super soaker, press the nozzle right up against this opening, and just shoot into it.
Okay. I'm not even going to require a roll for that.
I hope not.
A gout of sudsy, soapy, very
Holy
nice,
water.
very nice smelling. Yeah, holy water with little sparkling bits of gold and silver in it, scented oils. So it smelled pretty good anyway. Blast the inside of this and start to run down the internals of the device. You have movement remaining. Would you like to move away? Would you like to reposition yourself in some way?
Is it just affecting this machine, or is this the other one here?
You don't know yet.
Looks fine.
You don't know yet. There are 2 towers. You would think that just turning one off would probably disable the entirety of the device, though. It looks like they are, feeding off of each other, in a manner of speaking.
Right, I'm going to come over here. I can't. Can I see through the crack?
Which crack?
There is an opening, right?
There was along the side towards the back of that one Tesla coil. You can no longer see the hatch that you opened up. It's behind it. Ava, let's go to you.
go.
My eyes! My eyes! My leg! My leg! My God! As the black guy comes running down.
He's coming down the hallway.
Yeah.
That poor kid we saw from the third floor is just like in the grass. Like,
Yeah, he body slammed him. He body slammed him. In retrospect, the African American gentleman, the professor, wishes he had continued to haul him down, but he really needed to. At the time he started running, there was still one of the I think the other professor was still up, so he's still running down. He's still nowhere near that spot on the map where he seems to occupy. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna do my best to try and scuttle my way with the run die towards the door where the stuff is going on. Uh,
Okay, where the two incapacitated people are? A 6. That's such a that's just such a nice straightaway, that nice, relatively friction-free hallway. You're already facing away from it. Sure, I will give you the benefit of a 6 running die. I think I
is
had
that 6 total or is that
no,
9?
no, it's 9.
Oh, okay. So she will go here, rolling, facing away
Yeah.
from them. And he's like, just pretend they're not there. Pretend they're not there, screaming in agony. It's fine.
In
It's
fact,
fine.
I'll give you
Only
one.
10 running down the hallway.
In fact, I'll give you one more. But
Yeah.
don't let it get around that I'm a genuinely nice dean.
Okay.
So you're
And while she's rolling along, she's using one hand on the wall, one leg on the floor to
exactly,
scuttle, and she's
exactly.
using her free hand to uh, pull out her little gun soaker. So she's got the one little gun in her hand,
Okay.
ready to shoot someone in the eyes. She's freaking out.
Very good. And your back is essentially to those individuals. We will
Okay.
go past the graduate student, Lily Boatwright.
I'm going to interrupt here.
Okay. Such is the Joker. I will take you off hold. I will move the little triangular pennant up to you, and it is your turn.
Okay. 1, 2, or 3. I guess I'm not sure. Was that 3 right there?
Nah, it was
Or is it
2.
only
It was 2.
basically? I'm trying to circle around, and I should be able to get to right there where those chairs are. I think those are chairs.
Yeah.
And booyah base. I'm aiming at the second one, wherever it looks kind of in the same general area towards, yeah, to try to get it to
Activating
get.
activating a talisman. Refresh my memory. It's either straight up spirit or it is spirit -1.
I'm
Or
not
perhaps,
sure.
I think it's based on the power points that it takes to create the item in the first place. To create a talisman, da 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 da, la 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 la. He then gathers the required components. La 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 la. Exact use talisman. Ah yes, the botched talisman. Create your table. Make a spirit roll as if it was your arcane skill roll. Penalty is half the power points. Okay, I remembered it. So that's
What's
going to
minus
be
1?
no, it's going to be 0 because I think the power points for bolt is 1.
Okay.
So you cut it in half and then round down.
Okay, so I just use straight up spirit then.
Straight up spirit. We've got
Multiple.
spirit.
Okay.
Yes, we do.
Pray.
A success.
Yay.
Didn't even need a Joker bonus, but it was still nice to have. Nevertheless, you spray the tower, the device, the one that Sophia did not muck with,
Mm-hmm.
the other one, you hit it full force with a gout of boiling fish soup. In addition to the boiling fish soup, you know that it also sprays many little tiny shards of like clam and oyster shell, like little sharp bits that just add to the effect and would add to the damage. I would like you to roll the damage for the bolt spell. I believe it is 2d4.
It's
Or is it 2d6?
2d6, it looks like.
Or is that with a raise?
I'm not sure because the damaged ones always mix me up because it usually shows like two things.
The damage with the bolt is 2d6 or 3d6 with a raise.
So there's 8.
Would you like to roll again? Cost you a penny.
Remind me, do I get to keep the highest roll?
You do, unless you critical fail.
Then no, I'm going to stick with the 8.
8 is enough to disable this device. And it wasn't so much the damage that you did to the Tesla coil. It's the fact that the water of the soup hits that electrical arc and just sends just a buzzing effluence across that arc of fingers into both of these devices. The left one, well, the left-hand side one, had already been compromised by moisture on the inside. So an 8, which is a success, damage plus with a raise over its toughness, its innate hardness and resistance, is enough to make it flare and spark, and then just stop. Outwardly, appearance-wise, that one you just sprayed just looks wet. It doesn't look really that badly damaged, but it does not seem to be operating anymore.
Oh, God. I don't think it's. Oh, these things. This is. Apparently, electric things like this just make me sick to my stomach.
Who burnt the soup?
Mm-hmm.
Next combatant, Sophia. You think that between the two of you, you have managed to disable these devices.
This is wonderful. We should get back with Ava and deal with that left. I swear, I'm sure I can hear you.
Oh, wait a minute. You know what? Let's roll back a little bit. What Shep did indeed happen. He went off hold to using the influence of his Joker. It is not your turn. You've already gone this round. It goes all the way down to Lily Boatwright, who is the individual that Shep interrupted. Let's keep things. Let's keep things fair.
And she's headed to you.
1, 2, and she is going to forego her double movement through the soapy suds that Ava just so cleverly left behind. Instead, I'm going to impose upon her an agility check, DC 4, or 4 is the target number for her, to maintain her balance as she kind of slides through this area.
Be wearing shoes with no treads.
Oh, are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me?
Like a great roll.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Goodness.
Yeah. It isn't what you see, it's what you hear. You hear something impact the door from the other side. Neither one of you was really looking that way. Um, if you were looking, Sophia, you would probably see one Lily Boatwright sliding, tumbling, pell-mell, arms windmilling, and her face impacting that window. That's going to leave a mark, unfortunately.
That is too
Possessed
funny.
professor takes no action. Ava, the other professor that is running towards you with murderous hate in his eyes, slows down and comes to a stop with his friends, and he's confused, confounded, downright nonplussed as he says, "Who are you? What am I doing here?" And he attempts to discern what's wrong with the J.J. Jameson guy and the younger graduate student guy. And we go to the next round. Everybody incidentally got a benefit from Shep's Joker. Such is the Savage World's Benny system. Would anyone like to redraw?
Oh no.
Might as well. I want to make sure.
Ava, you don't
Oh, what?
you, you're above you're above Lily, you're below the graduate student who is kind of incapacitated.
That's true. I forgot he was incapacitated. That's okay. I'm cool where I am then. So I didn't really roll anything better anyway.
That would be so unkind of me not to give you that Benny back. I'm not a particularly
Oh,
kind person, but in this instance, sure, you can have that Benny back. Act in haste,
that's a
repent
kind deed.
at leisure. I'm going to start off. Sophia, you're first.
I. Which way does this door open?
Towards you. It is blocked by a table, but that table had been shifted aside slightly as Lily Boatwright did attempt to use that as a method of egress. So you could say that the only obstruction would be that pool of soapy, sudsy water that's sort of leaching under the door, 2, 3, maybe 4 inches.
I will open the door.
Okay. Lily Boatwright is sprawled, flat on her face. It'd it'd almost be comical if she wasn't in such serious pain. It's almost like she's attempting to get up. She's like swimming in this soap, and you see just north of her, in that square, a brown leather bound book. It's a little soapy too.
I want to move over carefully, of course, and grab the book.
Oh boy.
You have in your possession a very heavy tome, leather bound, with a clip, like a strap and a clip to hold it shut.
Okay, and I
The,
will.
the cover reads,
Oh, what does it read? How to possess your friends and neighbors.
no, no. It says Crayton's, with an apostrophe S, Crayton's Compendium.
Oh wow.
Make me a smarts roll at -1.
-1.
1.
Okay.
Crayton was one of the guys in that photograph that you had received in the mail after Jackson Green disappeared.
Oh.
One of the boys was very handsome. One of the boys was rather average looking. Crayton was the one that is kind of average looking. Let me see if I did not bring up, if I transported to Fantasy Grounds Unity. It wouldn't be a map. It would be a personality. And what would they be called? Like this picture would probably be called Pinebox protectors or some such. Props, custom personalities. It's only one page. Personalities. Da 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 da. Study. Ah. Huh. That's odd. Is it really that small? Sharing. Sharing. Sharing.
I remember this.
Oh yes.
There's a way if I. How do I fit it to like the size? Yeah,
Oh, you can zoom in.
kind of
I
like
can
that.
zoom in.
Kind of like that. I didn't realize it was so small. But yeah, yeah. You can see who Crayton is, right?
Yes, in the back.
Yeah, he's the one with that sort of bemused smile, looking right at the camera, where Jack Little was the one that's sort of not looking at the camera.
Yes, indeed.
Nina Castle, the blonde girl, sitting next to the person that was not identified in the picture, was the ghost that haunted the roost. She was burned to death in a conflagration localized to pretty much her body and that square around her, right in the basketball arena, right on the emblem of the East Texas University Raven.
I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
My first haunting.
Definitely worth a penny. Definitely worth a penny for Sophia. Oh, oh,
Oh,
give
oh,
me that. Give me that. It's mine.
oh, heck no!
As she
I'm
as,
gonna.
as she tries to get up on her knees and hands and flails and falls back down on her face.
Flailing in the
It's
snow.
it's still your move. You've I think you've moved maybe 2 squares and
I did.
only interacted by picking the book up and just looking at the cover. So there was movement related or a movement remaining if you would like to take it.
Uh, can I put that book into my backpack and then move carefully back this way, letting the door close behind me as I go?
If you want to carry that book with you, optionally or alternately, when you shut that door, you know it locks from this side. As you recall, when you were originally looking in from where Lily is now, you know that door was locked and it was locked from her side. So what I'm saying is, if you shut that door and you can lock it to keep Lily from following you. I provide that as an alternative to stuffing the book in your backpack. You still have it, nevertheless, but decide what it is you'd like to do.
Um,
Oh, because it's a free action.
It's been a month since we played.
it has been.
It's only been like a minute really since that. So you know you could lock this door and keep Lily floundering on the
I
floor.
would prefer to keep her floundering.
Okay, you shut the door, lock it, and move over
And
with
you
the book in your
you
hand.
can come in through the other side and get her.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Chef, look what I found.
Cool.
Hasn't made a vigor roll yet. The poor graduate student.
That's
His
so
eyes are
cute.
just aflame. Ava, it's your turn. That professor,
Alright.
that nice African American gentleman, doesn't seem to be influenced any longer by the spirit, which has just uh, basically stepped out of his body. And in this case, he isn't drawn into the room. He merely looks at you as if he's going to approach you and dematerializes and fades away.
She's gonna roll over here. Uh, turn around and hold her little water gun pistol at this guy because she's a little frazzled. She goes, "No, what? What?" I she just just as confused because she doesn't know where everybody else went. So she just has a water gun in her hand, very clearly a water gun in her hands, with a soapy barrel pointed at this guy, saying, "Well, don't you move, don't you move, please." Chat, Sophia, where are you?
Shep, make a notice roll. -1.
-1 notice.
Shep.
Oh, shit.
Yes, please.
-1.
Oh,
-1. Notice roll. If you would be so kind. Huh. You hear a loud bang. It sounds like it came from like outside that window that's right next to you. One single solitary bang.
Remind me, are we on the second floor?
You are indeed on the second floor.
Okay.
And it's your turn.
I want to do two things here. I'm not sure if either one of them is a free action. I want to check my phone to see if it works. Yeah, if it looks like it would work. And I want to do an electronics check to make sure these two things here cannot be used again.
Which is more important to you?
The electronics.
You pull out your phone as a free action, you turn it on, and it says powering up. You know, whatever that default blinking logo is. And you move, and you can make that, sure, science, electronics, repair.
I have both science and electronics, so and I have ritualism occult, so
Okay.
which would be best?
Probably the highest die that you have.
They're all D6s.
Well, in that case, it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
It's probably a combination of them.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Oh my God. and they keep rolling and rolling and rolling. On a D6, my friend, you managed to roll a 25.
Well, you said it was a combination of each of them, so
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah. I meant the average. I didn't mean to sum them. Holy cow. You think that this thing, if it was properly dried out and perhaps a burst fuse or some wiring was replaced, you think that fixing this would be an absolute piece of cake.
Okay. Then I want to beat the hell out of the electronics box parts.
Awesome. That was your round. Oh, God. And I have their names. I should probably use them because he would say.
I like Jonah.
One was Carl and one was Silas. I think Silas was the J.J. Jameson. Carl, call me an ambulance. My knee, it's fractured.
damn.
Okay,
Somewhere you hear.
don't worry, I'll help. Says the black guy is kneeling down behind us. He's like, young lady, is there water in that? Can you spray my friend here in the eyes and try to flush whatever chemical compound is keeping him from seeing?
You don't want me to shoot him in the eyes with this water. There's soap in it. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
damn.
Choke. Oh. Okay. Lily is going to need that Joker bonus this round.
Thanks,
Sadly.
Ava.
Sadly. Ava, what would you like to do? You're like, no, I don't think that's a good idea. It would make it worse.
Not a good idea. It's not a good idea. I don't have any water in here that's useful to you. Um,
My backpack! It's in my backpack inside the room. Please get me some water.
She's gonna turn her back and start rolling. It's like, if I don't see them, it's fine. If I don't see them, it's fine. So
I hope I don't see him.
she's gonna try and roll her way, do another little run.
Okay.
So 8.
Yeah, it's less effective because you're going around people. You've got to open a door that was shut. We'll call that 3. We'll call that 6 squares of movement altogether with that run bonus.
Sure.
Sorry, Ava.
And then I'll.
Yeah, you don't even have to go quite that far. Just entering that room, you see his backpack right on the edge of that ledge of that table.
I've got a bottle of water.
Sure enough, there's like a mesh compartment with a bottle of water.
I'm gonna pull it out of this guy's book bag and just move over one.
Mm-hmm.
And
Sure.
Kind of roll it in their general
Yeah.
direction.
Yeah, you start pouring it just slowly. You don't want to sort of use it all up at once, and you're gently cleansing. Cleansing the area.
For you.
It burns! It burns! He cries. Okay,
Of
Lily.
course it's gonna burn. There's soap in it. They're coming after us.
So I'm gonna have to look up falling.
I kind of figured that's what happened.
103.
Oh boy.
Really? I don't see falling there. 103 and 127. Falling.
I locked her in
Oh.
that room.
103. No, she's not mounted, so it must be page 120. Page 127 is the page that I see. A D6 plus
Mounted?
1. No, she's not mounted, so
She getting her own chair?
her flying unicorn has arrived. Okay. Okay, I'm going to give her, what does she have? Notice, knowledge, persuasion, taunt. No, she's going to try to get in the skill roll. Okay. Okay, I'm going to let her reduce that falling damage a little bit. So let's see, she jumps out of the second floor window. She would probably hang from the sill, reducing by about 5 feet, 6 feet with her arms. That length 10, it's still going to be 2d6. Of course I roll high when it's falling damage.
Oh, is she dead?
Did she get a 12?
She got a 10. That's how much damage. That's how much falling damage I rolled. Yeah, I'm not even going to make you roll to hear this. You definitely hear something break at ground level.
Oh, she's not going to move very fast.
I think the evil one has jumped.
Sophia? Looks like Shep is fixing to go Johnny Bench batter up style here. Sophia, what would you like to do?
I would like to look through this book.
Okay.
He wants to beat up the towers. Go for it.
Okay. Looks like it's all completely penned by hand in a sloppy cursive handwriting for the most part. Paging through, for free, I will give you the fact that there do seem to be something what you would call rituals in this book. Definitely some rituals. You could tell by the way that they are spaced, kind of like what you saw on the side of the water tower, where there's a section of like text, and then a list of components, and then a list of steps that you would do to invoke. So even if you can't quite make out what these might be, one says something about a tea ritual. TEA, like hot tea, a tea
Oh,
ritual
wonderful.
you kind of see. And you also see some pictures, maybe a drawing, a map, with a line through it, like a path through a map. And what appear to be diary entries, as you do see some of the pages have dates on them, and those dates go back to the late 40s, early 50s. I'll give you that in a round.
Okay.
Okay.
What did I just do?
Oh, you just shrunk yourself. Oh no! It must have been a cursed tome.
I just tapped the keyboard. I don't know
Oh,
what button I
Shep,
pressed.
Shep, you think Sophia disappeared. But no, when you look carefully, there's a teeny weeny, like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Mike TV sized Sophia squeaking at you. Help me, help me,
No,
help me,
ignore that.
help me.
Ava, I don't think I know something that can help this. Um,
Oh dear. Gosh. I'm kind of busy over here. Ah,
well,
ambulance.
I can't. I'm having trouble standing up. There's so much vomit and water in here. I don't know what they were doing. And then whack.
Oh, a fair shot. Yes, you shatter one of these edifices outright. Um, Glass electric like tubes, vacuum tubes, lights, other electronic apparatus, perhaps a small circuit board, a electric conduit, um, all spray up against that wall. You're right-handed, correct?
Hmm.
Yeah, so you would swing across and they would go up against that wall. Yes, you do a pretty outstanding job busting that thing up.
And with my previous row, do I think that would be enough to really hinder them from trying to put this back together?
You would need schematics to repair it at this point.
Okay,
It's
good.
too fused together and too difficult to discover, like what did what and went where and what connected to which.
Hi, Sophia.
She's big again.
I, nice book.
She's like halfling size now.
Um, maybe one of us should call your buddy.
My buddy?
Yeah, to let him
Which?
know that we figured out what was going on
Oh,
here.
blood back.
Ah, yes.
Hey,
Awesome.
hey, hey, call an ambulance too.
Ambulance, ambulance. Okay, I'll do the thing. I'm gonna. Ava's gonna pull out her phone in a frazzled. Just she's she's so frazzled.
Okay,
There's too many boys.
It's okay,
stay.
Ava. I'm gonna deal with it. I'm sorry. I'll be right there.
There's so many of them.
We're gonna fix it.
There's another one in the hallway.
Oh my God! I just realized we left her alone with boys who are not chef.
Boys who are not in our household.
You do realize you just told the grad student that we were living together.
Oh, gosh. The boys in our house.
This
So
professor,
many boys in our house.
this professor says, now you know what? It's not going to help getting this guy a chair with wheels on it because there's still a set of steps. just doesn't.
Yeah, I'm not too sure the
Just
string arm brigade.
he's
is
like
gonna be able
he's
to
like, yeah,
help.
just
I'm
sit
coming.
tight. Just sit tight, Silas. Just sit tight. Okay, Carl. Man, it hurts like an MFer though. Sophia, goes to you.
I should make that call.
Okay.
Please.
Nine 911. Oh, not that call.
The reason
Glenn-
we're here.
Glenn
Alright.
Mack.
Right. The reason we're here.
Yeah. Let's I think what I'm going to do is pause for a moment.